Alright, I'm sorry if this video isn't as well edited and as encompassing as I'd like it to be, but I wanted to get this out as soon as possible just to talk about it. Last night, roughly 12 hours ago, Israel has dropped bombs on Rafah, which they have promised would be a safe zone. Approximately 67 Palestinians were killed during the diversion bombardment. Now, Israel has been getting away with the civilian casualties by saying that all civilians should escape south to Rafah where it is safe. Now, I'm glossing over the fact that they have bombarded evacuation routes and locked down on every single border, making it essentially impossible to escape. But now they have attacked the city they have claimed would be a safe zone where the civilians could hide, trying to justify it as a rescue mission, which is total bullshit. Now, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tries to justify the attack by saying the bombs were diversion for the ground troops who rescued 2 hostages. So let me give you some info on the hostages that he was using as a reason. According to Israeli authorities, Hamas has seized around 240 captives, but many have been freed during the 1-week truce in November. And according to Israel estimations, there are still 134 captives remaining in the Gaza Strip. The entire Gaza Strip, not just Rafah, where all the Palestinian civilians were urged to go. Hamas has laid out a detailed plan that would release all their captives in exchange for hundreds of the Palestinians imprisoned by Israel. There are currently 8,000 Palestinians in Israeli custody, and many of them are being held without a charge. Netanyahu has rejected the plan, promising that the Israeli military will assault Gaza until absolute victory, adding that a full-blown assault to Rafah is possible. Now, I can say with almost certainty that they don't care about the hostages. They claim that there are Israeli hostages all over the Gaza Strip, but then just chose to go for the ones who are inside the civilian safe zone. Israel has even killed some of their own hostages with the bombings. And to me, that is quite definitive proof that they're just using hostages as a reason to target civilians. About 16,000 people per kilometer squared are taking shelter in Rafah, and the Palestine Red Crescent Society says there is nowhere left in Gaza for the Palestinians to go. Doctors Without Borders, also known as MSF, are agreeing with this, saying that an assault would be catastrophic and must not proceed. Now, going into more detail about the bombings and assaults. 2 mosques were hit, the names of them are on the screen since I cannot pronounce them, and hospitals were targeted as well. There was heavy bombing around the Kuwait hospital. Meanwhile, the Nasser hospital in Khan Yunis has been under heavy sniper fire, with 7 citizens dead and 14 staff wounded. Palestinian civilians in Rafah say that they are scared as they have nowhere to go and no place is safe with the frequent bombardment. Now, I cannot show most of the interviews with civilians since it's too violent for YouTube, but with some blurring, I can show you these ones.
We were bombed in Gaza City and were displaced to the Zawaida area and then to Deir al-Bala. We are civilians, and we say to Israel, we are steadfast here, and the Arab countries must look up and have mercy on it.
Israel fears for its captives, kills our children, their lives and their future, and takes away our freedom. No one on earth with a clear conscience can bear the scenes of murdered children today.
Seeing how Israel is using any reason to target Palestinian civilians, I would have to say it would definitely qualify to be genocide by UN's definition. Now, if you didn't know, recently the International Court of Justice ordered Israel to take immediate measures to reduce Palestinian casualties and, prevent the genocide from happening. The ruling came in a case given by South Africa. The court believed that this could be considered genocide, but cannot make a definitive ruling. Now, during the trial, a case was made that the USA and the Biden administration are violating the Genocide Code, the convention, by supplying weapons to Israel, and should be ordered to stop immediately. USA and Israel's defense being that since the court couldn't deem the war as a definite genocide, USA didn't violate any genocidal laws. Judge White released a decision saying the court implores the defendants to examine the results of their unflagging support of the military siege against the Palestinians in Gaza, which essentially means that he cannot do anything legally, but he urges USA to stop sending them weapons. Judge White also added that this was a rare case where the preferred outcome was inaccessible to the court. Now, to me, this implies that he knows that Israel is committing genocide, but they cannot definitely label it like it because of some legal bullshit. I genuinely believe that because of the Rafah bombing, this will move on to actually get the label of genocide and some genocidal laws will be applied. But to see how that turns out, we'll have to wait. Now, I'll quickly try and sum up how different parties reacted to this attack. The UK and US finally announced sanctions on the illegal Israeli extremist settlers in the West Bank. The Dutch government will try and halt the export of jet parts to Israel, saying that Israel has been misusing the jets. Biden says that he is angry with Netanyahu, even calling him an asshole in private conversations. But to no one's surprise, he hasn't stopped pushing Congress for more aid to Israel, even though the EU's foreign policy chief suggests that the deal is a bad idea. Biden shows no intention of stopping the $14 billion deal. Alright, that's basically everything covered. Once again, stay up to date yourself and don't believe me, come to your own conclusions, and I'll see you in the next one.